Exclusive. Inquiry into Tory conference gay sex party paid on expenses. Parliament's expenses watchdog is to investigate claims that the taxpayer indirectly funded a hotel suite that was used for a gay sex party during a Conservative Party conference. The Independent Parliamentary Standards Authority is said to be deeply worried by allegations that public money was used to pay for a suite of rooms used where the party took place. It said it would be investigating the claims, which come in the wake of revelations about inappropriate relationships between Tory researchers and MPs following Nigel Evans's trial. Mr. Evans was cleared of a string of sexual assaults on young men following a 5-week trial at Preston Crown Court. This article goes on. While there is no suggestion of any wrongdoing on behalf of anyone involved, it follows revelations in yesterday's Independent that a number of Conservative MPs regularly got drunk, flirted and made passes at male men parliamentary workers during Commons drinking sessions. The Independent has been told that some of these researchers may have worked for PRU. Let's be honest, this is another thing that MPs get away with that the general public just wouldn't. You try getting drunk, flirting and making a pass at a work colleague and see how long you last in that job. So what we have here is the Policy Reseach Unit, PRU, paying for a suite of rooms where this party was held. Conservative MPs aren't currently allowed to pay for orgies with young boys on expenses, despite what they say. So to get around this, they pay £4,000 a year to PRU, and then they claim that £4,000 back on expenses, meaning the taxpayer actually paid for the PRU to book the rooms, and we no doubt paid for the young boys for these very willing gay MPs to enjoy. So now the taxpayer is funding old Conservative MPs to roger young boys. You cannot make this stuff up. Listen, I'm not homophobic, I don't care where MPs stick their willies, but what I do care is that these Conservative MPs are supposed to be whiter than white. We are supposed to respect our MPs, believe it or not. But this looks like Conservative MPs are abusing their expenses again by indirectly paying for an old man, young man willy fest. I don't pay my taxes for wrinkly old Conservative MPs to roger young boys. Who does? But likewise, I don't pay my taxes and expect a male MP to have sex with a female MP, paid for directly or indirectly by expenses. It's just wrong. Expenses are to pay for a bloody train fare or something. Westminster is a bubble that is so far removed from everyday life. This is why we have to be able to get rid of our MPs who blatantly abuse their power. We have to have a recall law passed. It will come as no surprise that Cameron and Miliband are ignoring calls from Conservative MP Zach Goldsmith for a proper recall law. Imagine if we introduce this law. All we'd have to do is get 10% of the constituency to sign a petition saying they want to recall their MP, and then they have to hold a by-election. We should start a grassroots campaign for this to become law. You can see why Cameron and Miliband don't want this to become law, can't you? It would mean that Maria, I fleeced the public for 90 grand, Miller, would have to have faced a by-election by now, and no doubt would have been sacked as an MP, because polls show that 68% of people think she should be sacked as an MP. We would have weekly by-elections. It would be so much fun. But it would also be the first start for us to be able to clean up these corrupt, fraudulent, scheming MPs. Get them out and get some decent people in. It might be just what we need to give these narcissistic, sponging MPs a wake-up call.